3 or 4. Ain't none, 2.
How have you been?
Good, how about yourself?
Still on that test again.
Okay.
Just working at this morning, kid.
Yeah. Put a new roof on your house.
Yes, yes.
I think we're gonna have to replace the screws on our roof. That's something you do every 10 years, right? For metal roof. Yeah. I'd say maybe. What do you do with that? You have to get your screw? No. Same screw washers? No. They make it. It's in here. Okay.
Seals it up better.
Okay.
That takes up time.
Okay. They would be low.
It's not low, it's the, equipment for
And
the
they
police
make it.
department.
Yeah.
The majority of our nurse.
Charcoal.
Probably charcoal.
Yeah, there
Is it running, Tristan? Those
Doing all right? I don't know.
I don't remember.
I think it was just a call. Oh, really?
Your mom made me that.
No, it was mine. Six.
Love to drink the water.
Those are my,
Drink a lot of beer too.
we already got it. That's the stock, and that's actually the Virgin's stock for the advisory committee. I just put on the advisory committee. Yeah. Yeah.
We will now be in order. We all rise. Pledge allegiance to the American flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Pastor Carter, would you?
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this day, for your love, your mercy, your grace, Lord, for taking care of us, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for each one that's here. Thank you for the audience. Thank you for the council. Thank you for the mayor, Lord. Thank you for the ones that's come out, that's got the interest in the town. Be in our presence this evening, every decision that's made, Lord, that it just be for the betterment of our town, our county. Lord, we just love you, praise you, and honor you. Thank you for being our Savior. Comfort them that's lost loved ones. Forgive us where we fail you. In Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Thank you. You may be seated. We're waiting on the recording.
Courtney, where's the recording? We could always invest in some new ones. We could always invest, we need some.
Marshall, so rough, we're going to stay long.
You know, I can find out.
I mean, it's. I know.
No, that's in the.
We will now have the public hearing. We have a public hearing on proposed sale of real property. Do you think we should know about this?
Just, what was in the Coalfield ads, the tax parcel on 17667, fronting down Main Street. Lieber, what's that building have to be called? What their name for it?
We just referred to it as the Ratliff building.
Yeah, it's right there beside the bank.
It's the old hers portion of the, is not hers, she's got building.
So the town's acquired that and is now wanting to discuss sale.
Right.
Would anyone like to get up and discuss the sale of this property? If there is none,
Is, do we,
I guess it's on the agenda, we can talk about it.
Yeah, this will just be for
Okay.
the public to come up and if they have anything to say or
That's
ask.
fine.
Okay, we are done with the public hearing. We'll now move to the roll call of council.
Hawthorne,
Here?
Hall,
Here.
Kennedy,
Here.
Mullins,
Here.
Powers.
Here. Thank you. We move on to consent calendar. Will someone approve the consent calendar or make adjustments?
I make a motion to approve the consent calendar.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Can we please have a roll call vote of that, please?
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
Yes.
Mullins,
Yes.
Powers.
Yes.
And the consent calendar is approved. Next, we go to a time of audience comment. Would anyone from the audience like to get up and address the council? Mayor? Anyone? There's none. We will move on to reports. Would the police department like to give a report?
How y'all doing? You had to catch me, didn't you, Mayor?
Yeah.
I can't sneak around for anything, I'll tell you.
You're up.
So it's pretty much business as usual. The visits to the shops are continuing. Nothing out of ordinary there. Two projects that are underway, I think I've gone over both of those with y'all, the DigiTicket and the Motorola project. We do a DigiTicket and Southern Software has integrated their programs. So that's a step in the right direction with that project. And Motorola is just waiting on the equipment to, the equipment has been procured, but it hasn't been delivered yet. So as soon as that's delivered, we're trying to find a third-party vendor to install those in-car units, and then they'll coordinate with our IT, and hopefully by the end of the year, we'll have both projects solidly in place. That's our goal. But it'll turn pretty slow. That's pretty much what we got going on.
Okay.
You guys have any questions? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone from the fire department here? Would the town manager please give a report?
Is there any movement on forming their own group yet, or?
Not that I know of. They did tell me that they would let me know when they made progress on that.
Okay.
So as you all know, I missed last month because I was at the local programs workshop for VDOT. That proved to be extremely beneficial as far as they had like a boot camp of classes and I was able to take those, and that really told me a lot about what they expect, how they need those applications to run, and how they need how those applications roll through the process. So I thought that was pretty beneficial. We do now have DMV access to make tax billing a little bit easier, to make sure that, no one gets a tax bill that they shouldn't be getting. Of course, there's still, hiccups in there, but this is making it so much easier for us. I did speak with Art, and they are going to pay for Miracle's wages while Abby is away, so they have approved that. The Board of Supervisors has set a public hearing for the boundary adjustment for next month. And the structural engineer did come and do the assessment on the building, but we've not gotten a written report yet, so we're still waiting for that. I guess audits is on here later. You'll also notice in your packet, there are 2 sets of minutes from the Cumberland Airport Commission. Our representative on the Cumberland Airport Commission is George Dean, and they are asking whether or not the town is planning to do a donation like they did last year. Last year, the town did $500. So I wasn't sure what you all would want to do there, if you want to do the same amount or less or whatever. And then there are 2 copies of those minutes. And the last thing that I had was that our Christmas parade permit was approved. It is set for the 14th of December.
What, December, I'm sorry.
The 14th, it's the second Sunday in December.
Is that 1 week later than normal?
We did move it, we moved it last year to the second week because that worked out better for Santa and Mrs. Claus to be here, so.
Busy people?
Do what now?
Busy people?
Yeah, they're busy people. And on the Christmas parade, usually, like in the past, what we've done is, the mayor does the lineup and the organization of the parade, and I didn't know if that was something that you wanted or would be able to do this year.
We can talk about it.
Okay,
I'll get
perfect.
in contact with you.
Yeah, thank you. And that's all that I have.
Thank you very much. Is there anything the council wants to discuss with the Cumberland Gap Airport or Cumberland Airport Commission?
What are the benefits, Brittany, that the Cumberland Airport Commission gives to the town of Pound?
Of course, we have a representative on the board. They have the airport out there at Wise, and it gives us, my understanding is that it gives us a vote in what happens out there at the airport and things like that. I think last year, correct me if I'm wrong, Lieberman and Doris, but they said that in order that the donation was kind of dependent on whether or not we had a vote. Was that how I understood that?
That's what was told, but I can tell you that's not true.
Okay.
Council like to make a decision on this?
I can reach out to George and try to get further
I
explanation.
think if
about
they
it.
want a donation, it'd be good for our representative or someone from the airport commission to come address the council,
Okay,
and maybe that could be at our next meeting.
okay.
Just tell us really what the value of us investing in that is.
Okay.
Can we not go ahead and make a motion? I mean, I'd like to make a motion, go ahead and pay them what we did last year. That's my motion.
Okay. We have a motion to give them $500.
Mhm.
We have a second to that motion?
I'll second
We have a second. Is there any discussion?
I would like to make an amendment to that motion, and that would be contingent upon someone from the airport commission coming and addressing our council.
Is there a second to the motion? Of the amendment to the motion? Okay, we have a second to the amendment. Is there any discussion on the amendment to the motion? Okay.
I just honestly don't feel comfortable giving money to an organization that all of my time I've been on council, I really haven't seen any benefit for the town of Pound.
Okay.
And I think that if they were to come and make a presentation, we want to buy it, they just need to sell it to us.
Okay.
So that's,
I think George Dean would be happy to come,
okay.
wouldn't you?
I mean, I would hope,
Okay, well, there is a amendment to the motion. Can we vote on the amendment? Roll call vote, please.
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
it. Come back to me.
Mullins,
No,
Powers.
Yeah.
Okay, and the motion passes.
I'm a no.
The motion passes. And we can move on. Is there anything else, manager?
you have to vote on the original motion.
Oh, okay. Can we vote on the motion as amended?
Did you read the motion?
I'm gonna try to. You may help me out here. You would like for somebody to come in from them and talk to us and tell us what we benefit from giving them a donation.
What the motion is we approve $500 for the Cumberland Area Airport Commission
In the previous.
contingent upon them coming to one of our meetings
Okay.
and giving us a report
Okay.
in person.
And that motion passed, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
The
amendment passed.
The amendment.
Does that mean the motion passed as well, right?
So, I mean,
Okay.
that's the
If
decision the
That's
council's
the
made is
amendment,
that
That's just
the
the
$500
amendment.
in the event that somebody comes in and talks.
So if you approve the amendment, the
It
motion
wasn't, it
passes.
wasn't a substitute motion, it was an amendment motion.
Do you have to vote on that again?
You have to vote on the motion as amended.
I thought that's what you all did.
We voted on the amendment. The amendment.
Oh, okay,
passed.
sorry, go
I
ahead.
Do we-
thought you
okay.
voted on the motion.
Okay. Can we have a roll call vote on the motion as amended?
I wanna say as a discussion, I still, up to this point, do not see, the benefit of our tax dollars going to the airport. But if we do give money to the airport, I would want them to come in person and present. And so I'm gonna vote no on the motion as amended.
Okay.
Okay, Hawthorne,
No.
Hall,
No.
Kennedy,
Yes.
Mullins,
Yes.
Powers.
Don't know on that.
Okay, and the motion does not pass.
That's what I did. You didn't pass me.
Is there a report from the E EDA?
Well, we have gotten a little bit of money. We've rented it out 2 different times. And, we're still trying to get the rooms. We still take donations of any kind to help go in, and right now we've only got $282 in the bank. All the electricity's paid and the water bill is paid for October. We had a donation, generous donation, that helped us pay the bills and stuff and buy what was needed right now. But we are gonna need some help and some volunteers and just people that will help go up and clean up. And we still have one person that's staying every month. And then we have 2 other rooms to rent, 1, 2, yeah. So we rented out one of those.
But you still have the company coming in.
We still have a company that's coming in the first of the year, and they're gonna be renting it for several days, because they're gonna be looking around at some different things that they have to give a report on.
Okay.
So they will be after the first of the year, we're supposed to be hearing back from them. So it's gonna be how many days? 30?
I think it's like 60
60.
days, but it's
It's not every day, right?
it's through the week and then they go home on the weekends. So it's,
We've got somebody that's checking with them, that one of the EDA people checking with them, back with them.
even though they're not paying the rent for the weekend time period,
Right.
we're gonna leave it because they're leaving their stuff. You're gonna leave it because they're leaving their stuff.
They're leaving their, each room now has its own lock.
Okay.
Nobody can get into their room if they rent it. They've only got one lock to it. We have a master lock. Us, but the people that rent the rooms has a key to get in, a key to the room, that's it. The other rooms is continuously locked. So nobody can get in anybody else's room.
That's good.
So we've been working hard, and trying to get everything fixed and cleaned and everything back up, but we still need to get, like curtains and stuff like that. And we need a washer and dryer. We've had someone looking to see if they can donate that. We need a refrigerator.
Yeah.
We've got
Okay.
a lady, we've got a little miniature
Somebody was
refrigerator now.
looking to donate those.
Somebody is looking to donate that if they've got one. And then we need a little table, like a little kitchen table, because kitchen is not big at all. So, but there is a lady that's checking to see what her parents had in their home, because she's trying to get rid of some of it. So we've been working hard on trying to get it straightened out. So,
Where do they park?
on the side of the road, there's a back-end driveway, you can back in, like, in the grass part.
There's enough room for one vehicle.
There's enough
Okay.
room for one vehicle back, if you back it in, and you can pull right out, other than that, it's pull up on the sidewalk and, and then that's all we've got right now, until we check with other people.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. Is there someone from the planning commission who'd like to give a report?
We did, I think we just talked about the, which I had a public hearing on the wrap.
No.
Did we talk about that?
No, the one we talked about was the public hearing for changing the zoning so that mobile housing can go in.
Yes.
Yeah,
And the
So-
boundary, yeah, public hearing about the boundary.
yeah.
In what
So-
area was
so-
mobile housing?
So there are areas where buildings have come down. You've got the place out there near the subway that the house is falling down, so the gentleman that has purchased that property would like to put in some kind of mobile housing in the form of campers, tiny homes, RVs, something of that nature, that can be moved out if a flood comes, and that's where we were talking about last week, we gotta think outside of the box to make that usable property, otherwise it's just sitting there, and who wants property that you can't use? Right. So what we decided at our meeting was that we would combine our public hearing with the council's public hearing on that, so we would try and set that next
Right.
month.
Well, I think if we're talking about zoning, we also have to address what
We
we
did talk about that.
are lacking as a town
Yeah.
to have zoning. I mean, as it stands now, we have an outdated ordinance and no zoning board. So basically, the way I look at it legally is the town does not have a zoning ordinance because it's not enforceable. You can't enforce it without a zoning board appointed by the circuit court. So, I mean, in a sense, if what you're trying to achieve is someone being able to put a mobile home on an area that's designated, you know, that they can't because of the zoning ordinance of Pound, like the zoning ordinance of Pound needs to be changed for them to do that. Really, they can because there really isn't a valid zoning. So, I mean, what Pound would need to do to get their zoning up to par would be to literally rewrite the entire zoning ordinance, which is, as Greg put it, a beast. And have,
And you have that, though, right? That was in.
yeah, we would need,
That was what I
we would
sent
need to
you.
rewrite and update
Okay, okay.
the entire zoning ordinance, have the circuit court appoint the zoning board. Which, the question for the council then is that worth the extra attorney's fees and the time and the expense to do so? Or is there really a need for a zoning ordinance? Because I think in addition, Greg and I talked that we would probably need an updated map as well if we change the zoning ordinance. So I mean, there's just numerous steps that would need to be achieved. Obviously, it's a cost benefit analysis, right? Like what's the cost gonna be and what's the benefit for the town and people?
I can check on the mapping, because I'm pretty sure we can get that through Winnewisco,
Right.
because that's where it comes from originally.
Okay. And that would be free of cost, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, so that would take care at least of a cost component of it, but I do know that because, we referred to Clintonwood zoning, it's not long ago, and that was a lot of hours.
How much does it cost?
What's that?
How much does it, can you give us an estimate next meeting?
I can,
Yeah,
I can
okay.
talk to Greg and Susan, who's done it, kind of see how, I mean, I think in just kind of my preliminary investigation on it, and how much time I thought it would take, we would probably be looking at a few thousand, I think. But, it's, like I said, it's a question of what the town wants in terms of zoning. A lot of towns obviously, like, they will have like historic business districts or something, and then limit the changes that can be made to buildings and things like that. So, I mean, there's, just, I think a discussion maybe needs to be made or had as to, what
So
beyond this present thing you're trying to do with the mobile homes that the town would like in terms of zoning.
So leaving it as is, people can just do whatever.
Pretty much, because if somebody does something against the old zoning ordinance, you can't enforce that. You enforce it, they have no board to appeal it to. So therefore, it's not lawful in the Virginia code.
So what do we need to do to get a board appointed? Does the ordinance need to be updated first?
Yeah,
Or,
you would want to do all this more or less simultaneously. I mean, these are steps that all have to be completed in order for it to be kind of fully updated. So, I mean, you would be doing all of that. I mean, the easy part would be getting the board approved. You just have to select board members on the criteria of Virginia code. There's so many people like can't be on town council and things like that. And then it's just a matter of submitting pretty basic paperwork to the circuit court to sign off on. The real work is updating that zoning. It's going through and basically either applying the old zoning with updated, updated and comporting with the current Virginia code as it is now compared to, I don't know, 2000,
no, it's old.
it's old.
Everything we have is old.
Right. That's the main one. That's the main difference. I mean, the circuit court appointments for zoning, that's relatively easy.
Come up with a game plan and the cost, and we'll see. It's good.
Make sure that's on next meeting's agenda.
Yeah,
Yep. For some reason we forget.
I'll make it.
Is that all for the planning commission? Okay, well, we move on to old business. Audit update. Is there an update on the audit?
I did receive an email from David Cox, last week stating that he was anticipating that we would have our pre-audit by the 15th. And I called in today to make sure that we were still on track for that, and was told that he would call me back first thing in the morning. So as soon as I know from him, I can email council and let you all know for sure. It was supposed to be the end of September, and then I got the email stating that it would be the 15th. So,
Just keep us up to date.
Grant updates. Any grant updates?
I've submitted for the first reimbursement back from ARC. VDM is, when I talked with Jessica Scott last week, she said that her boss was on vacation and it was somewhere in the process with FEMA signing off on it, but government shut down. However, she said that she would be going up the line this week with the people she needed to talk to get us approved so that we can proceed. The grant is due to close, and what they told me was we've been working at this for 2 years, and if we need to extend it, we will extend it because not your all's fault. I did ask her, was there the possibility of us losing the money, and she said adamantly, you all will not lose the money, we'll make sure of it. So my hope is that we will have a response to that very quickly and can have the slope and the retaining wall done before the end of the year. GSI is very easy to work with, and I think they gave us a 4-week window when we were initially trying to plan it out. We actually set it like it was a 6 or 8 week window just to give additional time for weather and things of that nature. So possibility if the weather holds out, they can have it done quickly. The MAV grant, we are looking for a contractor to do the amphitheater that will work with our artists. And so far, everybody we have talked to can't do it, too covered up. So we're having a problem finding a contractor there. We did reach out to the technical school to see if that was something that their students could do as a project, since it was under the supervision of Hassel. He's the instructor there. I don't think he quite understood what we wanted, so Brittany's gonna reach back out to him and see if she can have a little chat and see if we can get anything done there. Otherwise, we are still searching for a contractor for that. The DCJS grant, we have paid out the money for the equipment, which was what Chris said, and we're waiting on reimbursement for that. Ambler, still waiting on audits. Who did I miss?
Outdoor equipment.
We have not purchased it yet and not sent back the money, it's just been busy, but we'll get that done.
Okay.
And so the retaining wall and the slope, that's over here at Pocket Park.
Mm-hmm.
And you say by the end of the year, it'll be done?
If we can get approval,
Okay.
because GSI will work quickly.
If all of us could call Congressman Griffin, that'd help.
Hasn't so far, and I've talked to their office on multiple occasions about it.
Okay. Well, if there's no more updates, thank you for that. Go to the Pocket Park and slide update. Is there anything you need to add? Any questions? Okay. We move on to item number 10, boundary adjustment. We heard a little bit about this. How did anything do?
the public hearing has been set with the county for next month,
Okay.
the Board of Supervisors.
Sounds Any more discussion on that?
And they meet which Tuesday or Thursday?
It's the Thursday
Second
before our
Thursday.
meeting.
Okay, second Thursday in November.
Yep.
13th. That's at 6.
It is at, I'm not
6.
sure it's 6 or 6:30.
We still meet at the education.
Mhm.
The exact date on that's gonna be the 13th of November. Okay.
Next item is newly acquired building.
Before we go there, you know, it would be beneficial for the Board of Supervisors to see somebody besides me, Doris, and Brittany showing up all the time. Step up, guys.
We're the only
For that
ones there.
public hearing, it would be beneficial for everybody to be there.
Sometimes it's just one, or it's only 2 of us, or 3. But it's just us, and we need people.
Where
We need,
does this take
we
place?
need people.
It's in Wise at the Technical School Education Center. If you go down Lake Street,
Right.
the big blue building's up on the left,
Yes.
and the office building where they have the school board meetings is on the right.
Okay.
Little brick building, you can't miss them.
That's right on the road. We've been the only ones there, and it, other people's come in with 6 or 7 or 8 people, but we're there every time. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go on to item number 11, newly acquired building. Discussion about that.
I will make a motion that we proceed with selling that building, for $38,000 as originally planned.
Okay, is there a second to that motion?
I second.
Any discussion?
We bought it for 42,
43.5,
43.5.
was it 43.5 or 42.5?
I think, well,
I think it's 43.5.
I think it's 43.5, I think.
I'm pretty sure.
And so we had the alleyway survey and everything done for that.
The survey is done, the markers should be there, and the contractor will actually be here on the 20th of October to start demolition of that alleyway section. The purchaser is aware that they will be paying to fix the holes where they made the doorways. And I've already acquired a estimate for them and set them up with a contractor, so
And who is purchasing the property?
that would be Mr. Tomo. One of his corporations is purchasing it.
One of his corporations.
Any more discussion on the
I'm
motion?
just glad to get our money back. I hope it'll be a more reputable business that goes in there, but I'm just hoping to get our money back.
Can we have a roll call vote of the motion, please?
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
Yes.
Mullins,
Yes.
Powers.
Yeah.
And the motion passes. Next item is item number 12, the Red Fox Festival. Any discussion?
The Red Fox Festival is set for October the 25th. We do have bonafide barbecue and many pancakes in the city as food trucks coming. The stories that will be told are gonna be based off the Labor in Motion monument that we have going up. So they will be labor stories. We do possibly have a relative of the Red Fox that may be participating, but kind of trying to lock that down now. We have a billboard. We put the flyer in the Coalfield twice, and Coalfield was kind enough to give us a front page billing that we didn't have to pay for.
That's good. Any more discussion on the Red Fox Festival?
The Events and Planning Committee, I don't want to say Heritage Days because it's conglomerate now. Events and Planning Committee do plan on selling caramel apple slices at the festival to raise money for the upcoming Heritage Days. So please come out and support it. We have invited several of the legislators because of the humanities grant that was provided to help fund the Red Fox Festival. I have heard back from Kilgore that he will be unable to attend, the possibility of some others coming.
Okay. Sounds good. Item number 13 is speed limit. Any discussion? We have an update from the,
Yeah, so, looking at Virginia code, it seems that, I mean, the exact language is this, that the town can by ordinance increase or decrease the speed limit within its boundaries, provided such increase or decrease is based upon an engineering and traffic investigation.
So we need to reach out to VDOT for that investigation.
I think so. I mean, I don't know exactly. I'm by no means an expert on, VDOT's world and kind of the traffic, the minute components of administrative law when it comes to traffic regulations. But I understand that a lot of this concern too stemmed from what is outside of town limits leading up to town in that curve, right? That would be helpful, I think, to maybe be able to cover all of that. And I imagine that VDOT, if not the ones conducting the investigation, would be people to talk to as to how to get that done appropriately. And then I think it would just be a matter of us doing an ordinance and maybe submitting that to someone at VDOT.
I think that would be the cheapest because
Yeah.
it's their dollar and not ours.
Exactly, and all the speed limits now, as I understand in my research, have been set by VDOT. Like you look at other towns like Wise or Big Stone or something, it will show that those are kind of municipally managed roads. You don't have the speed limit showing on kind of what is basically the VDOT's GIS. You look at Pownell and it's all considered kind of state highway and set by VDOT, so I look at that as kind of being more or less their jurisdiction. Even though we have that code section that says within our boundaries, the town council can adjust it, but obviously the need for some type of engineering or traffic survey.
Would it help to pass a resolution stating what we want, and then let the town manager present that to the VDOT?
Yeah, I think that would probably be the best way to move forward.
Okay, so,
And then we can do an ordinance later if we need to.
okay. Well, I guess the motion would be to cover all of our concerns, that Business 23 and Virginia Route 83 within the town limits be made 30 miles per hour.
So,
I don't think so, because part of the 4-lane is considered in town limits.
But it's not Business 23. It's not Business 23, that's just regular US 23.
I would just point out, I think in looking at this, all the stuff, the speed limits and whose roads were which roads, I think it is 30 in this business.
What's that?
I think it is 30, isn't it?
well, business 23 goes all the way out too.
So Business 23 is where you turn left by the Bolero at the upper end of town, all the way until you, but right before you get to the,
You're wanting the
Killer.
part that's 45 leading up
right,
to be
right.
30 as well.
right, yes. So just be Business 23, not the 4.
The entirety.
Yeah,
Okay.
throughout the town. That'd be Virginia 83 and Business 23, be 30 miles an hour.
Any more discussion? Or no, is there a second to that motion?
Did you make a motion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is Business 23 and Virginia State Route 83 inside the corporate limits, be 30 miles an hour.
In the
And this would
form
be
of-
easier to set just a 30 mile per hour speed limit except for 4 lane. But I think what we want is those two main roads.
Is there a second to that? Just to pass a resolution, right?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure that we need a resolution. I think it's just a matter of having a chat with VDOT.
But we need to have something to say that the council is wanting to do this.
With my experience with VDOT, they don't require you to have anything in hand.
Well, it's not required, but any ammunition that Brittany can have when she approaches VDOT would be helpful, I would think.
And the way I look at it is just clarifying for the record
Right, right.
what it is that we're.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
I second.
Okay. We have a second. Any more discussion?
Like I've said before, at our driveway, according to our neighbor Greg Whitaker, we've had over 30 accidents right there. People coming off the 4 lane, it's 45, there's no official reduction of the 45 mile per hour speed limit till you get around right before you approach IGA. And so I think for that safety, and then you had some safety issues on the upper end of town. And then even if we have to work on the road or whatever, every 30 miles per hour would just be a safer speed for the entire town, except for the 4 lane.
What do you mean if we have to work on the road? You're talking about,
Have you not been to Clintwood lately?
but we're not doing that. And that's what you said, if we have to work on the road or something.
Right,
we're
if we
not
need to put
doing
in
that.
pipes, PSA needs to put in pipes or anything
Okay.
like that.
You're talking about trying to cover contractors for other entities.
You still on that?
No, I'm not on anything, I'm just clarifying.
I'm just saying if you have to work on the road, then 30 miles an hour is better than, they have to have the bucket truck on one of those roads, having it 30 miles an hour, instead of people, what, at 45? Be safer.
Okay.
Is there any more discussion? Can we have a roll call vote of that motion, please?
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
Yeah.
Mullins,
No.
Powers,
Yes.
And the motion passes. We now move on to new business. To the first item on new business, item number 14 is Halloween. Is there any discussion on that?
What we've been doing at Town Hall as far as Halloween is having a trunk or treat here in the parking lot. This year Halloween falls on a Friday, which, as we all know, Football Friday. So I guess, does council want to move trick or treat to another day? The 30th probably just be the easiest, but is that what pleases council?
What are other towns doing?
Clintwood is doing the 30th. I'm not sure about Wise. And then I think,
Some of them are doing the 22nd.
I think some are doing the
Some
22nd.
are doing the 22nd, couple of,
And then there was one that's doing Saturday, but I can't remember which one is doing
Did
Saturday.
you say the 22nd?
some of them are doing 22nd, I've read on.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I make the motion that we move it to the 30th for the trunk or treat at Town Hall.
I second that,
Okay, any discussion on that?
because people be
That's
talking
fine.
Okay.
What time, do we have a time frame?
What did we do last year, Brittany? 5 to 8?
Yeah,
about
I think we started at 5 and then it trickled off.
Can we have a roll call vote of that, please?
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
Yeah.
Mullins,
Yes.
Powers.
Yeah.
Okay, and the motion passes. We now move on to item number 15, political violence resolution.
Okay. Take one pass it down. And Courtney, you can make copies of this, so in case anybody in the audience wants to copy it. We've had a lot of political violence recently in our country. And in particular, we have a statewide candidate who has advocated for putting 2 bullets in the head of one of his political opponents. And a lot of people are calling on him to step down since there's a lot of early voting. And so I'd like for John to read this resolution, and I will make a motion once it is read. If someone wants to second it, we can discuss it.
Resolution on political violence. Whereas 2 assassins attempted to kill President Donald Trump in 2024. Whereas violent political rhetoric and actions have risen in 2025, as evidenced by April's bombing of the Pennsylvania governor's mansion, with Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro and his family inside. June's murder of Minnesota's Democratic Speaker of the House, Melissa Portman, and her husband in their home. And September's murder of conservative influencer Charlie Kirk at a campus outreach. Whereas the Virginia way means treating one another with respect in spite of political differences, and working together for the betterment of our Commonwealth and our communities. Whereas our constitutional republic is in danger whenever people express themselves with violence, rather than through free speech as guaranteed by the First Amendment. Whereas, Attorney General candidate Jay Jones, reacting to Speaker of the House Todd Gilbert's eulogy at our former delegate Joe Johnson's funeral, texted, quote, 3 people, 2 bullets. Gilbert, Hitler, and Pol Pot. Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Put Gilbert in the crew with the 2 worst people you know, and he receives both bullets every time, unquote. Whereas, Attorney General candidate Jay Jones, referring to Gilbert's family, offhandedly remarked that, quote, only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. Do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil, and that they are breeding little fascists? Yes, unquote. Whereas Virginia's extreme early voting law has allowed many Virginians to vote without all the information that has come to light in this year's statewide races. Whereas the duties of Virginia's Attorney General must be carried out by someone who is not fueled by rage or driven by feelings of personal vendetta. Be it resolved that the Pound Town Council, first and foremost, purposes to always combine a vigorous exchange of ideas with a peaceful and respectful disposition toward those with whom we disagree. And furthermore, the Pound Town Council calls on Jay Jones to immediately withdraw from the Attorney General's race in Virginia.
I make a motion, and if approved, I would charge our mayor to turn it in as a letter to the editor to the Coalfield Progress.
Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Any discussion?
I don't know why we think this is necessary at this level. You know, at our level, we should be worried about our community, not what's going on in the big picture.
I think we need to add our voices to those who are calling on him to resign. I think what he did was deplorable, and I think that with the early voting we have in Virginia, we need to make people aware of what he said, and that we think he ought to drop out.
I think that's a matter of personal choice. It's not to this council to decide for others and speak for others with regard to a political situation of that nature. I don't think it belongs here.
Well, there are other bodies that are doing this, and so I want to present it as the voice of the town of Pound, that he needs to get out of the race.
Is there any more discussion? Okay, can we have the roll call vote of that, please?
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
No.
Mullins,
No.
Powers.
Yes.
And the motion passes. We now move on to other business. Is there any other business? If there is no other business, then we'll move on to the last item, public comment. Is there anyone from the public who would like to get up and give a comment?
I can't get up, but I like to tell you.
Okay. Can you
When
please
I
state your
need to
name?
see the mayor,
What?
when I need to see the main mayor's got the position, and I can't find him nowhere, he's never here, he's never on the premises, where are you at when I need you?
Well, you can always contact me through the manager. She has my email.
But it-
What is
that's
his
not what I
name?
asked.
Can you please give your
Hey.
name for the,
I'm talking to your son,
can
not you
you
all.
please give your
For
name
the
for the
secretary,
record?
we need your name on the record.
I done so, they know my name, they're one of them,
Can you please give it for the record?
you know it. Now,
So you're
finish my
refusing-
question.
Can you please give it to the record? That way I can continue.
My name's Jimmy Taylor,
Thank you. Do you live in or out of the town?
I live in Pound, live right over by the post office, you wanna know my address too?
No, that's good. That's good.
Well,
Continue.
it's Pound, and I get my mail at the post office. Now, where'd you get your mail at?
Get it over where I live.
Over Violet.
What?
Where'd you get your mail
Over where
from?
I live?
At the college, right?
No, at 8626
Did you?
Hill Road. Yep.
All right, then why ain't you here when somebody needs to talk to the head mayor, not the assistant mayor?
When I was
When somebody's got
running,
a complaint,
when I was
she's the
running,
one catches all the hell.
when I was running for
from
office,
people.
the
Yeah.
people who elected me,
That's it.
they knew
You
that
supposed
I
to be
was.
here.
They knew that I
That's your
was going to
position.
be in the position I was in.
Well, that's your position, supposed to be here to take care of the town, not off going somewhere else, pal. Your job is what the reason people voted you in, to have you here at the town. Is they been to argue with you or talk to you about something, not the Lieberman or Doris or anybody. You got the position, you should be the one they talk to. Where are you at? You ain't never here at the town office, I check every day. Come through here.
I'm always available. If you want to contact
I didn't say
the
available,
manager.
I said, you're supposed to be here at the town hall, 8 hours a day. Just like work.
We've never had a mayor that's been
Hey,
in town hall 8 hours.
Did I ask you a question?
Well, I haven't.
No, you answer your son every time. You tell him what to say. Now, I'm tired of it. I've been listening to this. You tell him everything to tell and everything to say. Now, I want to know the answer. Where's he at when I need to talk to him if I want to talk to him?
You can always message me through our manager. If you need to contact me, I will.
I can come right here and ask for it. He's not here, he's at college. We don't need somebody to be in at college. We need somebody here to take care of the town with the mayor, assistant mayor. We don't need somebody that's on the mayor's seat sitting up there at the college off from here. Now, if I had to pay my property taxes and she wasn't here, and I wanted to talk to her about my taxes, well, what about if I want to talk to the mayor? He's not here, it's college, it's school. Why you got that position, and that's what I like to know. Why did you got that position and you ain't even here to take care of this position?
Because the people want to be here.
The people, because of that man right there.
It's the people's choice.
Yeah, but these people want to see the mayors here too. Everywhere the mayors has been run, they've been here. Every one of them that's been up there sitting in that seat, they've been here every day. And where you at? You ain't been here the first day. Now,
Well, thank you for your comment.
yeah.
Anyone else like to get up and give a comment? Please state your name for the record and whether you live in or out of town.
I live in Clintwood, I have property in Pam, not in the corporation, but I have property in Pam. So, I want to know, do you know what closed session means? What does it mean?
It means you go back in a room and you discuss something, and you come back out and act on what you learned in the room.
So, you can go in a room in closed session and then come in out here and spout everything you talked about in closed session.
What exactly are you referring to?
Last month, when you had closed session, you couldn't wait to get out here to tell us what closed session was about.
I said one sentence, and that one sentence was that they're moving ahead with nuclear power plants in Wise County.
Well, was that in closed session though? Was that part of the discussion in closed session?
Well, we can ask my attorney if I was out of line in saying that.
I mean, the closed session is for the benefit of the council to be able to discuss things that are exempt from public disclosure.
Without putting it out to the public till the ducks are in a row, right?
I mean, it's something that the council can use at their discretion or their choice to discuss things that if they were disclosed to the public,
I'll
the
tell you one
legislature's
thing.
decided would be problematic.
You're supposed to, with what you profess to be, you're supposed to be able to keep confidences to yourself, but you don't do that.
You don't think the people have a right to know that the county is moving ahead with nuclear power plants?
When the town has problems, if they've got something going on that they need to discuss, they go in closed session.
And that's the only thing I mentioned was the fact that they're moving ahead with power plants.
But that was in closed session, right?
It's also it's an open secret, but
Open secret. I didn't know there was such thing as an open secret. But I just think, if you're not gonna work for this town, the betterment of this town, you don't need to be on council. I don't care who you are. If you're not working for the town, you don't need to be on the council for the town. Because you want us to lose our charter, you've made that perfectly clear.
If a majority of people stand with me on that, then they'll vote for candidates or something.
Well, you say the majority of the people.
We'll find out in November. We'll find out next November.
But so it's gonna come up for a vote.
No, the council candidates will be running next November,
Uh-huh.
and there'll be candidates running for disincorporation and against. And the people can organize and let their views be known at the ballot box.
And you can go around and tell everybody all of the lies that you want to, and profess to be,
Well, I can ask them if they want to do away with town taxes, and a majority of people I've talked to say yes, they would.
okay, I will tell you this too. You have fussed about two relatives working at the same place. You guys are relatives,
We both were duly elected by the people of the town of Panama,
yeah? And why was that? Because you got.
because they wanted someone as mayor who supported the positions that we as a
They,
ticket.
okay, this guy ain't even lived yet. He don't even know what it's like. He's been homeschooled, and I just tell you, you gotta have a little bit behind you before you know what to do.
That's up to the voters. They knew his background, and they chose to elect him.
They knew his background because Daddy told them what his background was. I bet you don't go down here and tell everybody what you do in your home privately, do you?
What do I do?
I don't know.
Okay. You
That's
tell
what
me.
I'm saying. You don't tell all your private stuff.
Your time is now expired. Thank you for your comment. Anyone else from the audience like to get up and give a comment?
I just like to bring a few things out.
If there is no one, we'll move on to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
We have the motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Okay. Can we have a roll call vote of that, please?
Hawthorne,
Yes.
Hall,
Yes.
Kennedy,
Yes.
Mullins,
Yes.
Powers.
Yeah. And we are adjourned.
What's on the agenda is short.
It's home only.
We never did find my money, what we put on the tax on the box. Never did find it. I've done it every
I'd say no.
They don't know, there's somebody looking at them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That makes fire.
I know, up there, you know, our business, literally go down to our, because of our different times. And he's gone up there for 80 years.
George Dean was the mayor, he also ran.
twice we done been up there and tore them up. Well, they tore my mother's up and never bothered nobody else.
That's not right.
And my mother ain't done that to her. I got 9mm says I can do something to her.
No.
Yeah.
Majority of people in the town want to condemn it. Want to condemn and stuff, there you go. Get that nice.
I would say this first.
So in November, the biggest campaign issue will be this. Thank you,
Yeah. Get him out of here, cause it's not right. He knows, he does. Good life to him. But I'm tired. I'm tired of it. He needs to be here or get out.